You're not taking my tube, boy.
I'm not sure if I've just found a body or not.
Hey. Hey. How are you?
I'm hoping it's like a bear or something just walking by, but...
Before moving on to the next video, I want to give you a quick warning. This next clip involves hunting. There's no footage of the animal being shot, but it does show the animal afterward as it's being prepared to take home. So, if that kind of content makes you uncomfortable, feel free to skip ahead. Limitless Outdoors is a hunting channel that explores forests and other wild areas, showcasing hunts of various animals. Their content is popular among hunters and outdoor enthusiasts. In this particular video, they faced a situation that could have become extremely dangerous. While on a hunt near a creek, they shot a large moose. After bagging and preparing the meat for transport, they left it by the creek and went a few miles back to fetch their raft. But while they were gone, something unexpected happened.
Pressing up the drainage and got to this vantage point and were able to look down and see Colton's moose all decked up on the river. What we also saw that we weren't expecting, though, is a big brown bear on the carcass, and we knew as we had to go in there, we were in for a little bit of a confrontation, and we were wondering just how it was going to turn out. Our biggest disadvantage moving in on this kill was that we had to drop down in the brush and our visibility was extremely limited. So we tried to position ourselves in a way and be loud enough that this bear would know we were there and we could see him as far away as possible, which was not very far at all.
You got him?
Yep.
There he is. You got him?
Seeing this, most people might have left the kill and stayed safe, but this was a massive moose, and the hunters weren't about to leave it. They cautiously approached.
I don't think he liked that.
He's big.
All the way up on the edge.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Video him for a second. He's back. Oh, there he is. Hey. Hey. How are you?
There was a tense standoff for a few minutes. The bear wanted the hunters to back off, and the hunters wanted the same from him. Eventually, the bear seemed to agree to let them have it, as long as he got the rest of the hunt. After a careful negotiation, the bear retreated into the bushes, while the hunters inflated the raft and loaded the meat.
He's trying to bury the moose.
Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna pump up your raft, and I'm gonna
Stand guard.
be a bear guard. He's not super aggressive. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look, he's rototill this. Hey, bud. Look, we're just gonna get our meat. You're gonna stay in there.
Oh, there he is. Across the way. Left.
Okay, look at me.
Oh.
Okay, pump up your ass. Get out of here.
Nothing like pumping up a raft while you have a angry bear hanging out by you.
Yeah. We gotta get all those quarters in that raft.
Once the boat was loaded, the hunters got away safely without seeing the bear again. That bear was enormous and could have easily launched a surprise attack, but the hunters handled the situation perfectly and secured what was theirs. Everything ended without incident. The bear may have thought it was in for an easy day, but in the end, the hunters came out on top. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tasha is a woman who occasionally posts short TikToks about her life. She's not really an influencer by any means, but one particular video of hers went viral quickly after she captured a strange and unsettling encounter while out by the river with her dog, just trying to enjoy some quiet time in nature. Suddenly, she heard someone moving through the water toward her. Her dog immediately sensed danger, and that's when she started recording.
This guy down here doesn't see me sitting here. And he's trying to creep up just gently. See his head right there. He's getting closer to her. He has no idea I'm sitting here. He doesn't see me yet. What are you doing? You can't get out here, sir. No! Don't! They'll come! They'll come! What are you doing?
Now, her dog started barking and moving toward the man, clearly sensing that something was off. Tasha, trying to stay calm, called out to him, hoping he'd say something back.
You're not taking my tube, boy. I'm recording. It is. I seen all of you. I got all of you on camera. Then go get with them.
Tasha later discovered that the man was actually out on parole and had a criminal record for drug abuse, sexual assault, and possession of weapons. Knowing that makes the whole situation even more disturbing. It's clear this man was extremely dangerous and hadn't learned anything from his past. It's chilling to see someone like that approach a woman alone by the river as if nothing had happened. Thankfully, her dog stood its ground and kept him at a distance. When he realized he was being filmed, he quickly backed off and awkwardly asked if the boat was hers. Well, guess what? Even if it wasn't, it was none of his business, especially given his background. According to some people in the comments, he's now back in jail for violating his parole. Honestly, he brought that on himself. Pasha is a Russian YouTuber who likes to explore unusual locations known for strange occurrences. His videos are well appreciated by viewers, and he always comes back with more. In this video, however, he might have put his safety at risk visiting a place even stranger than usual.
Всем привет! Вы на канале Просто Чез. Эта история будет отличаться от всего, что вы видели раньше. Все происходящее может даже показаться странным, нестандартным. Перед тем, как начать записывать это вступление, я пробежался по здешним местам, дабы подтвердить историю, о которой сейчас расскажу. Скажу так, это будет нечто. Кто-то разбрасывает сумасшедшими количествами конфеты по всему лесу и вешает на деревья ведьмовские знаки. И все это происходит в старом, жутком заброшенном поселке, который находится глубоко в лесу. Итак, я в полном одиночестве, на закате, отправлюсь в эту лесистую местность и проверю эти жуткие вещи, которые происходят здесь. Есть ли в них какая-то мистика, это страшилка от местных селян, или это просто чей-то розыгрыш? Сейчас все это проверю сам и покажу, конечно же, вам.
He began his hike through the forest and soon came across exactly what the area is known for: scattered candy and various symbols hanging from the trees.
На протяжении всего моего пути будут встречаться заброшенные здания. Моя главная задача — разузнать, кто разбрасывает по всему лесу конфеты. Главное, зачем. Почему везде висят ведьмовские знаки. Я вам покажу.
He continued and found many more symbols in the trees. But after seeing dozens, a very real question formed. Who was doing this? And more importantly, why? After a while, he arrived at an abandoned house deep in the woods, which also seemed covered in symbols. Thinking it might be connected, he decided to go inside. But let me tell you, it only gets creepier. While walking through the house, he suddenly heard a noise coming from the attic.
Это место настолько находится далеко от цивилизации, что на улице не лай собак, только зверь. Крыша нет.
Because there was nothing there. Feeling uneasy, he decided to lie down on a mat inside the house, just to see if anything unusual would happen. Of course, he didn't really expect anything. It was more to dramatize the situation a bit. But to his surprise, something actually did happen.
Досижу до конца и уйду. Вроде бы дверь закрывал. Или не закрывал. Что это за херня? Эта штука бесит.
Someone tried to get inside. Seeing this, Parsha went out and checked to see who was there. It's possible that the person who was leaving all these things behind actually lived there, or was hiding somewhere nearby. When he saw the light coming from Parsha's camera, he probably left in a hurry. It's very possible that when Parsha went outside, he was being watched from the distance, from the shadows, by that same person. Creepy. Parsha knew it wouldn't be a good idea to stay there for the night. So he left, leaving the identity of that person unknown. Now, why that person is leaving candy and strange symbols behind, no one knows. But honestly, those candies could have lured me into that forest too. Paul's a guy who absolutely loves nature, hiking, camping, and spending time outdoors. A few months ago, he began posting a series on his channel, documenting his journey along the Pacific Crest Trail, a massive route that stretches roughly 2,650 miles. He uploaded a video every single day for 149 days, showing the ups and downs of his adventure. But on day 104, something happened that left a lasting mark on him. As he was hiking like usual, he noticed something off to the side of the trail, something that instantly made him stop and take a closer look.
And there's this kind of cloud clinging to the lower ground. Because I'm quite low myself, I can't show you properly, but it's kind of like a big, thick, heavy cloud inversion. It looks really, really nice. Just keep getting glimpses of it. And there's moisture just dripping off everything, off all the trees and all the plants. I know it wouldn't have been very nice to be out in it last night. I did see a few people I know that had been posting on Instagram that they were caught up in it. Someone's been busy there, making a pinecone heart.
It was a heart made out of pine cones, something so simple yet so genuine and heartwarming. I really wish what he found next had been just as wholesome as this sweet little sign left behind by other hikers, but unfortunately it wasn't. Take a look.
I've just come from this direction, walking down this trail here, and to the side of me is this big volcanic feature. I'm going to guess it's either a sill or a dike. I can't remember the difference between them, but just through here on some of the rocks there seems to be a big pile of, it kind of looks like trash, but it also looks like it could be a sleeping bag, and I can't see anyone there. It's just a little bit strange, so I'm just going to have a wander in and make sure that there's nothing nasty going on. Hello? Oh my goodness me. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not sure if I've just found a body or not.
At first, he wasn't completely sure if what he was seeing was actually a human. It could have been anything. Maybe a mannequin or old clothes. But as he got closer and started investigating, he noticed something that confirmed his worst suspicion. I'll let him explain what happened next.
But I didn't think it would happen to me. I've just found somebody's remains at the side of the trail. And when I say the side of the trail, kind of like off that side of the trail, maybe 50 feet or so. I thought it was a pile of trash to start with, and I thought I would just go and investigate. When I got closer to it, it became obvious that it was the remains of a hiker. There was a backpack there, a sun umbrella, some trekking poles, and then I spotted the leg bones completely stripped. The tent was there, you know, all the sort of stuff you would associate with a through hiker or a long section hiker. And then when I turned around to leave the scene to get back to the trail, that's when I spotted the skull. And that just obviously confirmed everything. There was a couple behind me, Adam and Jennifer, thank goodness. They helped me out, and Adam called 911. He had a little bit of service, and there's some deputies coming out to meet us.
He and the couple immediately called the police. And fortunately, authorities arrived soon after and recovered the body. What made the situation even stranger was that the body wasn't far from the main trail. And based on its condition, it looked like it had been there for about a year. Hopefully, Paul's discovery brought some closure to a family that may have been searching endlessly for a loved one. However, police mentioned that there hadn't been any recent missing person reports matching the case, which makes the situation even more mysterious. Paul chose not to film the police interaction or share any photos out of respect for the deceased and his audience. It's a heartbreaking encounter and a reminder of why you should never hike completely alone and always make sure someone knows where you are. Creepy Outdoors is a guy who really enjoys camping deep in the forest. Despite having the word creepy in his channel name, his videos aren't usually about paranormal stuff. The name mostly fits because he films at night, and as we all know, everything in the woods feels a bit creepier after dark. Throughout his time on YouTube, he's had a few strange encounters, but in this particular video, things took a really unsettling turn. He was out there alone with his dog, Mika, camping in the middle of the woods. After chopping some firewood and practicing his axe throwing, he got a fire as the sun slowly disappeared behind the horizon. And that's when everything changed.
And I'm a little shook up right now because I heard some strange sounds. Stay here, Mika. Stay here. It sounded like some sort of growling. I'm not sure. I wasn't recording. I was just enjoying my night, and hello? Shh. It's okay. I'm just talking to my dog right now. What the? Mika, stay here. Stay. Come, stay. Stay here, good boy. Good boy, stay, sit down. Hello? What the f? What the? Calm down.
What could have made that knock? He had no idea. And as Mika tried to go check it out, he quickly called her back. At that point, he was clearly on edge, trying to figure out what could be lurking out there in the dark. He even started telling himself it might just be a bear. But the fact that he was hoping it was a bear says a lot. It means he probably thought it could be something far more dangerous.
I have no idea what the hell this is. I'm hoping it's like a bear or something just walking by, but there's these banging sounds on both ends. I'm not. Stay. Okay, well, out of all my camping trip, I've never been this freaked out.
The sounds eventually stopped and there were no more knocks for the rest of the night. He made it through until morning, but couldn't stop thinking about what it actually was. And honestly, I can't blame him. If I heard that, I'd be packing up in the next second. No, Bigfoot is eating me. All right, I'd like to think it was just an animal. But what if it was something entirely different? Something just standing there watching him. Yeah, the forest hits very differently at night. Now, let me give you a bit of context before the next video. It was filmed in Kutsk in Russia's Siberia, where hundreds of villagers reportedly saw a huge glowing object, pink and blue in color, hurtling toward Earth before crashing loudly in a wooded area. The event got widespread attention in Russia and was even reported by Interfax, the government news agency. However, in the West, it was almost completely ignored, if not deliberately kept out of public view. Soon after the impact, a massive team of officials, including military personnel, Secret Service agents, and members of the science ministry, arrived at the supposed crash site within hours. While there's no official information about what was actually found there. Not long after this event, a man named Michael Cohen released a video showing something strange he and a friend stumbled upon near a forest. Take a look.
Пойдем. Где нашли? Вон, видишь. Сейчас сюда проходим, смотри. Вон она, сука, безобразие лежит. Сейчас, погоди, погоди. Да вот, ебать, часа 2 назад, хули, ебаный. Собака, хули, унюхала, сука. И все, мы хули, думаем, что за нахуй лежит? Смотри, бывший. Да я хуй знает, погоди, смотри. Вообще, ебать его копать, что за нахуй-то это? Ну, это понятно, что дохлый его. Да хлеб, короче, лежит. Да, она не наша планета. Полнейшая дохлетина. Такой не пьяный. Ноги хули нету, ебаный, нахуй. Загрызли, наверное. Вообще как это ебать тень. Непонятная. Он уже, наверное, с неделю лежит, наверное, тут. Но... Если не больше.
Now, yes, I know there are a few websites that try to prove this video is fake. However, most of them just share opinions based on how the footage looks rather than any solid evidence. Many people still believe this video is completely genuine and that it shows an actual alien caught on camera. You can watch it yourself as many times as you want and decide what you think. Now, here's something interesting to consider. A lot of people mention the coincidence that the alien looks exactly like how we see them in movies. But aren't those movie depictions actually based on eyewitness accounts and supposed real-life encounters? I'm not saying this video is 100% real, but you have to admit the only reason we don't believe it might be true is because it sounds too unbelievable. But what if, just maybe, it is? That's it for today.